yeah, we're trying to do everything we can to make the final push to go to Worlds, because it's been 3 years since I've been there now, and I played in the Gauntlet every year where we fell short the past 3 years. So now I'm a bit tired of not being at Worlds. It's like when you try it once, you really want to go back there.
And there I get killed again with no vision from absolutely nowhere, because Zoe is a balanced champion. Thank you, Riot Games. Thank you for this amazing champion.
Brain effect mood? Helps your serotonin levels and makes you feel more relaxed. Huh.
And we lose Baron because our jungler missed Smite, but you know what? That's okay. We all make mistakes. And yeah, next game will be better, I'm sure. Hello everyone, this is Darius from the Shotcaller, joined here by Kobbe after the first game of LEC, Summer Split against G2. Didn't go your favor, 22-minute game. Immediate thoughts after the game?
Yeah, didn't go as expected. Like those kind of games where you see G2 just won MSI and you're like, well, this is going to be a tough match for sure, but you still, of course, like I generally believe we have what it takes to win because we have beaten them before, but then you get stomped in 20 minutes and you're like, I guess it should have been more realistic. I don't know. I think just a lot of things went wrong in the game, and if we had a better approach, we could have at least put up a better fight than this, because yeah, it's not so fun to get stumped so fast.
Yeah, I mean the Baron fight was really a Roof Tower fight technically. Yeah, it was so early that it was still not even a Baron yet. But the interesting dive from the G2 people onto your fountain almost made a comeback for you guys. What was your guys' reaction after that?
I mean, you're just sitting in your base, begging them to stop, you know, and then you see. You wouldn't think they would take the Rise ult, but because it's G2, of course they do, into our fountain. And I think in the end as well, they're about to end the game, and Capsy goes on me in fountain, and I get like a 1k shutdown. I'm like, woo! But then game is lost, so I didn't get to spend that gold.
Unlucky. What do you have spent it on? Do you still remember?
I mean, I was sitting on like almost 2k gold, so I think I would almost have like a full Infinity Edge. And then you can start clearing the waves with Sivir and potentially come back, but that was not how it went.
Sivir in general has been super popular as an AD carry pick, I felt like, even during MSI and stuff, and like in the win rates on solo queue, she's really like #1 AD carry and stuff. Do you think that she is the strongest AD carry at the moment?
I'm not sure if I would say she's the strongest. They banned out Saya today, which I also think is a really good champion at the moment, and something I think I'm quite good at too. Or they probably just banned it for the Syra Khan combo. But yeah, those kind of champions are pretty good, and then there's yeah, a lot of other picks too. I maybe shouldn't say too much about. But Sivir Saya is like, you see, Sivir you see a lot in solo queue with very high win rate, and it's the same for Jinx, Twitch, and these champions. So yeah.
Yeah. As an AD carry, there's been a lot of discussion about Yuumi, who is of course a support champion, but you of course have to play with it or play against it, depending on where it gets picked. It got banned immediately in today's pick and ban phase. What are your thoughts on that champion as a whole?
I think Yuumi is fun because it comes out and everyone is just jumping on the train. Wait, I need to find a different word. Screw Yuumi. This champion is so garbage and stuff like this, because the win rate as well is so like low that everyone just thinks it's garbage. But then soon you realize that people, they just don't know how to play it, and you figure out that the champion, like I think it was after a small change, or it got buffed, and then it was like completely OP. And I think it's a really strong champion, but there is some certain counterplays to it, which I just think that everyone hasn't figured out yet, so they just think they're safe off by banning it for now. I mean, I think that's why they banned it at least.
Right. Now, Splyce, interestingly enough, we did some, pre-split predictions, as it's tradition, of course, and I asked around a lot of people about their predictions, and funnily enough, I feel like in every survey we did, Splyce always placed 4th for the regular split rankings, which is of course decent. It's not top 3, but it's definitely 4, like consistently. Nobody put you below 4th, so minimum 4th as well. What do you personally make of this roster, and like on a scale of 1 to 10, what kind of level or potential level had Splyce already arrived at after Spring Split?
I mean, I think we started practicing like a few weeks ago. Like we've been practicing for like 2-3 weeks before the summer started, and I think we usually when you have a long break, you forget a lot about how to play the game. But I think we kind of remembered all of it and like didn't have to start fresh. So that's good, and we should be able to come in with a high level, which we couldn't really show this game sadly. But I mean, we're always doing fine. Like last year and spring split this year, we're actually really close to getting second place, but we either lose a tiebreaker or we lose the last game, and then you drop down to fourth place or something, and then you lose out on the like all the advantage you get from being top 2. So that sucks a bit. So I think we're really close, and hopefully we can make it up there for this summer.
Of course, Worlds is the big goal for Splyce again.
Yeah, of course, and I think just getting top 2 will give like such a big advantage for that, because then you're sure to have a lot of points for Worlds, but if not that, then you'll have enough points to be like almost the final boss in the gauntlet, I think.
Yeah.
So for now, we just look at getting top 2 in regular split, even though it's hard, but it gives like such a big advantage. So I think it's important to take the regular season really serious.
For sure, every game counts in that regard, especially, you know, if other teams might drop a game here and there. Origin and Fnatic are likely, given the predictions, going to be your top contenders for that spot. What do you make of them?
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. They both, Origin, Fnatic both have shown really high level, and I think they're going to be able to maintain that. The question for me is just if we're able to surpass them in summer, and you can say the same for like, I think for spring, like teams like Schalke and Misfits, like if they get their stuff together and actually start performing well with the players they have, then they could be serious contenders too. And then you have a Vitality team as well that was in the top last year. So I think it's just how much the teams can improve, because if everyone improves a lot, then you have like 6 or 7 teams realistically who can like compete for the top spots. But to beat G2, maybe not. We'll see.
G2, I mean, they are, technically speaking, currently the best team in the world. So
yeah, I mean, before today, it was like we were 1-1 against them. We beat them last time we faced off, so there was some high hopes going into today, but now we're 1-2, so I can't really brag too much about that anymore.
Maybe you can even it up next time around. That's one last question. You did manage to get the highest voted AD carry in the MVP votings last split. Were you particularly proud to finally receive the recognition that a lot of people felt like you deserved all along?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it feels really good, and I'm just happy that I am in some kind of a discussion instead of just being forgotten. And now it's kind of funny because, like I said in the past, everyone used to tell me that I'm underrated and all of this, and it kind of became a meme through Spring Split because everyone started saying that I'm actually good and I got the All-Pro. And I haven't been going around saying this, like lately. It was more like 1 or 2 years ago. So now it's a bit different, and either people are saying that I'm good, people don't respond much to that, but if they say I'm like really good, I'm the best, then people start saying, no, he's so overrated, dude, and then it has just changed in that way, and that's pretty funny. But yeah, I think I've always been playing well. I wouldn't say I was the best AD carry there was in like previous years, because otherwise things would have turned out differently. I think I've always been pretty stable, pretty good, and like pretty high up there, you know. And last split it was both a mix between me playing really well together with my team. I think Xerxes also has a big part in that. It's so much easier to play with him, and yeah, maybe some people underperforming, I don't know, but yeah.
I was waiting for that one word to drop. Luckily, you didn't. The consistent meme.
Yeah, I mean, in a way, you can talk about that too. No one else was consistent. So
Schalke and Misfits certainly weren't.
For sure weren't. But yeah, I'm just happy that these kind of memes are going away slightly, and I can just be seen as a normal player, whether good or bad. Like, I would rather have that than just people saying nothing and being underrated, because I'm not the reason we lose. But in the end, it's just fun and all. Like, I think it's fun to read Reddit sometimes and people talking good about me and some other guy just saying I'm overrated. But in the end, it doesn't matter that much. Like, I just care about winning with the team because, I mean, it's for like self-confidence, I guess. But in the end, it doesn't mean too much. Results
are everything that matters at the end of everything. Is there anything you would like to say to your friends and the Splyce fans out there?
Sorry for this game against G2. We got kind of smacked, but I think we are going to show great stuff for this summer split, and we've been working really hard. I took a trip to Korea with Noskaren as well to just work on some bot lane stuff, and yeah, we're trying to do everything we can to make the final push to go to Worlds, because it's been 3 years since I've been there now, and I played in the Gauntlet every year where we fell short the past 3 years, so now I'm a bit tired of not being at Worlds. It's like when you try it once, you really want to go back there, and yeah, I'll do everything I can to make it happen, and thank you for still sticking with us. Yeah.
And a hashtag for the people that watch until the end?
I didn't think of that. Spy win is just a bit boring as well, you know.
MVP AD carry?
Yeah, hashtag All-Pro AD carry. I guess that's...
Hashtag All-Pro AD carry or ADC is fine too. Thank you so much for your time, Kobbe. Of course, make sure to follow him on Twitter and Twitch and other platforms, Instagram, etc. This was Darius from the Shotcaller, and see you guys with our more LEC coverage next time. Bye-bye.
We'd especially like to thank Krzysztof Bujnowicz, Thomas Göttel, Etienne, Erich Althaus, Lukas Legal, Lazy Raven, Lama Vyuta, and Adam Novosviat for your very special support, and of course also all the people whose names you see scrolling past you. Without you guys, we would have closed down probably a while ago. So thank you so much for your help. Thank you.